thatmovieguyUK.
Religious fanaticism, always a wonderful subgenre of horror. And for your directorial debut, why not throw that in? It's a go hard to go home kind of situation. And Rose Glass just did that with her film Saint Maud. From the 2019 film festival run, this film has basically grown and grown and grown, and it's more fascinating to see these trailers and how people are reacting to it. Obviously, the acquisition from A24 in America has gained the elevation of this film and has created probably one of the biggest buzz of the horror circuit this year so far. And obviously I want to talk about it because Morfydd Clark's Welsh and I'm Welsh, and it's nice to see Welsh people doing well in their lives. Anyway, let's talk about this. The story follows Maud. She is a reclusive young nurse whose impressionable demeanour causes her to pursue a pious path of Christian devotion from an obscure trauma. Now charged with the hospice care of Amanda, a retired dancer ravaged by cancer, Maud's fervent faith quickly inspires an obsessive conviction that she must save her ward soul from eternal damnation, whatever the cost. Rose Glass has taken us back to this era of great religious sect horrors in the concepts of Wicker Man. We can talk about Rosemary's Baby. We can talk about Exorcist. There is just this massive world that used to be created, and she really creates this ambience in a very elevated way and in a very unique way. The way that she just confines Maud to this reclusiveness, and for us to understand the true nature of why she's mutated her own concepts of her faith, makes it a very unique watch. And there is this utterly horrific concept of this faith that I find to be utterly disturbing but very unique. We see Maud as a shepherd of a new sect of Christendom, and the sheep around her are her victims. And I find this very appealing, and this is why I do genuinely believe that Saint Maud is one of the best films of 2020 so far. There is a wonderful concept of seclusion in this film. The audience are the only people that notice Maud, and the people around her just don't give a crap. The fact that she is a nurse looking after a very wealthy woman, you can see this, that she's the helper, she's not meant to be seen, she's just meant to be there to tend. And then we see Amanda as this retired dancer having a very successful career, and the people around her actually give a shit about what she's up to and what she's currently going through. And I find that very unique. There is that polarization straight away from the film, and we now see that Maud is definitely somebody that has suffered. Glass then takes it even further with the visualization of this film. The way that she confines Maud, there are massive wide shots at times where she is maybe in the middle of the room, but she's completely ignored, and this solitude is very saddening. But when she's alone, we get these very intense close-up shots. There is a very strong, heavy emotion in the framing of this film. Big talk about this film is body horror. Body horror is something that people always talk about in these films, and then sometimes they end up being disappointed, blah, 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 blah. But not since Guadagnino's Suspiria, I've not been that grossed out by this whole idea. There is a sheer physicality, there is a sheer momentum change when we see this body horror in this film. The VFX is very natural. There are very, like I said, unique close-up shots, but when it comes to the body horror itself, it just becomes even more unnerving and very unsettling. And that is what Saint Maud's about. It's a very unique portrayal of somebody that has taken a form of salvation and made it into a very in-depth hell. Saint Maud obviously would not be anything without Morfydd Clark. Her embodiment of the character gives a sheer naivety that you would expect from her, but there is very strong physical momentums in this film where her face, her body, it portrays so much more, and you can feel her determination for the idea of this salvation and how she wants to please God. And throughout this whole process, Morfydd Clark continues to bewilder you, and she continues to mystify you. And this pushes Saint Maud into the level of fantastic horror. And I just cannot get enough of this film. Saint Maud is a fantastic directorial debut from Rose Glass, and it is something that will chill you to the core, but at the same time it will actually give you a unique perspective on this wondrous subgenre. And I hope that you check it out when it comes out in America in April and in the United Kingdom in May. I've actually written a review for this. It is on MovieMarker. The link will be below. And hello new subscribers, hello old subscribers, how are you? Have you seen Saint Maud? Are you excited for Saint Maud? Please let me know. And as we normally say on this channel, diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shins, and obviously, never change.